Mr. Charm, I'm hoping I can be heard here. I've been having some audio technical difficulties. Bear with me, and hope that everybody is good. This is Slick the Gamer, Scott W. Perry, and we have another edition of Let's Check It Out. And this is episode number 13, and what better with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection. I've already taken a look at this, so it's not exactly fresh. I apologize, I did have this up about an hour ago, and my audio microphone was off. There was a function I forgot to click on, so I apologize for that. But I wanted to get my own commentary on here, so please bear with me, and I hope you guys are good. But thank you for checking this out. As anybody knows, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, fantastic franchise, and if you remember, as I was a kid getting these games when they first came out, back in the late 80s, early 90s, I was, a kid about to undergo puberty from I was 10 when the series first came around on television, and it became a huge hit on the afternoon block. And it was only inevitable that video games would come out. So this is going to be fun. So let's take a look. We have, games online, Turtles Lair. We got some options. So let's see what we got here. All right, we're going to go through some games. All right, and right now we're going to start. I have this on the Super Nintendo Classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. I like how for the Super Nintendo version they kept with the continuity with it. One thing that's cool though is that if you see on the bottom, change region US, it goes from US, and you can actually play the Japanese version. And I understand there is a bit of a difference between the two. So you really get two full games here, which is pretty cool. All right. There's also a watch feature, which we'll get to as well. Enhancements, which is interesting. So let's see what some of these enhancements are. Extra. Oh, okay. So you can. So there's a lot of different things you can do. It's kind of like a little bit of a cheat mode that, 25 to 30 years ago, we kind of wish we had. Continue with Tournament Fighters for the Super Nintendo. Their answer to Street Fighter 2. Here to Genesis, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Hyperstone Heist, which I don't know a lot about. So that's a game I'm looking forward to playing eventually. And we have Tournament Fighters for the Genesis. Sega, those are the only two Sega games, I believe, for the Turtles. At that time, they were more Nintendo heavy with everything. So that was interesting. Speaking of Nintendo, there's the one that started it all. The first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, which I suck at. I only beat with an emulator, but I think of it fondly. I think it is a fun game to play. It is difficult as hell. We'll get to that in a moment. Of course, the arcade game, the NES version of the arcade game, which was very faithful, despite the fact it's really ported down. Like I said, there's Japan region and a US region. What is some of the enhancement on here? Remove. Oh, look at that! You can enhance a little bit, like remove slowdown, remove. That's pretty cool. God mode. So you can actually play this game and beat the whole thing, which I might do just for the sake of it as like as a future playthrough. I'd like to do more live playthroughs of this, on my channel. So if you like it, let me know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project. If you have this game in its full, congratulations. You can probably sell it for about $500. You can probably sell it and get a PS5 for it. So that's all good. I never played this one, so this will be one I'm looking forward to playing as well. Tournament Fighters for Nintendo. This, if you thought the other game was pricey, if you have it, if you have this one, you can get a PS5, an Xbox Series X, a Switch OLED, a Steam Deck, Pitch Deck, Flim Deck, every deck you can find, because this game is one of the pricier games to find. I believe it sells for about $750 to $800 mint in box. So if you have it, God bless you. Even just getting the cartridge alone, I think, is $200. So, and we get the Game Boy games, which I love. Fall of the Foot Clan. I had this as one of the first Game Boy games I had. I beat it back in the day. I haven't beat it yet, so this will be fun to play. We'll play this. Of course, there were a few sequels, and Radical Rescue. That's an interesting one. I don't remember this one. And we're back to the arcade game. So, here's the regular arcade game, which was a quarter sucker when it came out in '89. But God, this was such a popular arcade. Even after the Arcade 1-Up came out, it was one of their biggest sellers, to the point that they basically just re-released it with a Turtles in Time cover on it. That's how popular it became. And the Countercade, I think you can get it around the holidays for like $140, $150. So if you want to get it, that would be fine. And of course, we have Turtles in Time for the arcade there. If you look, that's the arcade version. That's the Super Nintendo version. I think the Super Nintendo version looks better, to be honest with you. But we're going to start with the arcade. So let's play this for a little bit. And we're going to choose as our turtle... we'll choose Michelangelo. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtle Power. Oh my God, I'm having memories of the arcade right here. Right now, I have the widescreen version up on it, so we're going to change that right now. We're going to go to the original and leave the filters off. All right. And all right, that would have cost me $5 in 1989. So I'm very grateful for that. I like the back. I do like the background. I think it's cool that it matches the game that you're playing. I do like playing games full screen though, so I like that you have that option. But this is a cool. It's a cool workaround. And so the punch is the square button here on the PS5, and to jump is the X button. And that's it. There's two buttons, punch and grab. It's probably the reason why the NES version did well, because this was only a 2-button layout, whereas a lot of games at the time would have 3 or 4-button layouts that would be difficult to do. Oh. Yeah, I remember the Foot Clan soldiers. The purple ones would be the easiest to beat up, and it got a little more difficult this time. Avoid the balls. Avoid the balls, which we did. Okay. Ooh, ah. So. I hate those little robot things. Just to let you know, the orange foot soldiers. I remember these games were so at the time. And you just do that for a while and you're good. The double punch thing. Now, I don't think you could change the enhancements during the game. I'm not going to try it, but we'll just play the first board here. Ah! Hit me up good. Oh, there's my first life lost. Oh, my second life lost, actually. There we go. Ah! He's basically shooting... April is miraculously not harmed, which is good. Ah! Yeah, he got me good there. The one thing I learned is that you can't... and we beat... I think that was Rocksteady. Been a while since I played. Franchise. Alright, let's... After that Shredder creep, okay. So... Oh, this game was... Oh! Who put the lights out? Oh, God, I think I went through a lot of sewer holes. That guy with the, Yeah, that's not fun. Ugh. Ah! No dynamite! No dynamite! Alright. So that's the original in a nutshell. Like I said, I want to try the online mode at some point, and I think it will be really good to play it online. I heard there's some issues with it. I mean, it's only been out for a day, so, you know, a lot of people trying to play it, so give it some time. Speaking of time, Turtles in Time, we have the arcade and the Super Nintendo version. I'm going to do something different with Turtles in Time. There's a watch version, so we're actually going to watch a little bit of it, which I think is good. It's interesting that they have this on here, because it looks like... yeah, it's just a video. It's just a gameplay video, not, you know, different to what I'm doing right now. So, yeah, this game I never had for the Super Nintendo. I was kind of out-turtled by this point. I was well into my... I think I was 15 or 16 when this came out. And I was moving on to sports games. I was all about sports games and wrestling games and everything. Yeah, 1992, I was 15. So, 30 years ago. Wow, this game is 30 years old. I now officially feel old. Like, officially feel old. God, the graphics for its time, I do remember. I mean, even the turtle drawings are kind of simple, I guess, in a way, how they're drawn, and you know, so I guess it kind of fit in with the 16-bit era a little bit. But even on the 8-bit, they still looked really good. So, yeah, I kind of think the Super Nintendo version's better than the arcade version. You know, in terms of graphics, in terms of looking at it, I really do think so. But I also like the fact they put it in, because if, you know, it might be good to watch it if you just want to like hang and just check it out and, you know, and just say, hey, you know, how do you get to this level? How do you get to that level? Because, you know, you might miss something, like you might check out the video and be like, hey, you know, how did I get past this part? I get past that part. But I do like one thing that they have here. They have a strategy guide option for each game that you can look through. And even though I'm watching a game, it kind of tells you how to do some certain things. You know, you stage select, like they have cheats and everything, and they give it to you right there. So I think that's kind of cool. So also looking through this, you have Turtles Lair, which has a lot of different things involved with it. If you have like the Castlevania collection and the Contra collection with Konami that they did, they released all those digitally. You know, this is a physical copy. I bought the physical copy of the game. You know, they have like, they show like all the box art and all like little nooks and crannies. They also did the Disney Afternoon collection, which I really enjoy. So they're definitely going to have a lot here. And right here, you can see, you can take a look at the box art for the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I have, in its full glory. I heard this game is like it's worth like $100 now if you have it complete in box, which I do, but I'm not intending on selling it anytime soon. Oh, that fucking water level. Alright, and here's the Famicom version. You know, and if you have the Konami collection for, you know, for some of the other games, it's the same controls. I did pick that up instantly. So, you know, that's for the arcade game. The arcade game, I think, came out, 1990 it came out for, not too long. It did come out a year after the arcade game, but this was a huge hit. That's the Japanese version. The Manhattan Project, I believe, was 92 or 90. Was it 91 or 92? Yeah, 91. It was like a yearly thing with it. But the Manhattan Project, I did. You know, it's funny. I had a chance to buy this game a few years ago, and I think it was around for about 150. And one of my rules is, if I'm going to buy a retro game, I don't want to spend more than 100. I might have to change that now because everything went up. But you know, I remember seeing it and like, you know. Japanese version. Tournament Fighters is a rare game. If you have this, like I said, you're much richer. Fall of the Foot Clan I like a lot. But you go through it, and they have a lot of cool stuff. Like, I like seeing this, and you can use the R2 button to zoom in, and the R1 button to zoom out. And you can, it's good. You're on your big screen TV. I have a 55-inch UHD player. You can read it, with no problem, because my eyesight's starting to go. Being an older man. Turtles in Time for Super Nintendo, and oh my god. That's the Super Famicom version. And Tournament Fighters, I don't remember Tournament Fighters getting a lot of love when it first came out. And the Hyperstone Heist for Genesis, which I heard from a lot of people that it's actually a decent game, and this is when the Sega Nintendo war was at its peak, so the fact that it came out for Genesis, I think, was a big surprise. But they only got one side-scrolling game and one fighting game. Game manuals, I love the fact this is in here. And you have one for each game, which is kind of cool. Now I want to see something here, because if I remember correctly, on the last page of the game manual, there was a coupon for Pizza Hut if you bought the NES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2D arcade game in the first thing. So I want to see if they have it. No, they don't. They don't. But I do remember vividly that if you had the arcade game, if you bought the arcade game in the manual, on certain ones, there was a coupon for Pizza Hut that was on the back, and a lot of people cut it out. I do remember going to a retro gaming store around here, and they had a few of these manuals, and all of them were cut out, which is why they don't, why it's kind of easier to get them. Take a look at a Famicom one. It's weird. People collect these. People collect the manuals, which I find interesting that they do. Fall of the Foot Clan, I do remember that a lot. But I'm definitely gonna do a little playthrough of that. But that's cool. You got magazine advertisements. Oh my god, the Konami LCD game. Everybody wanted to be like Tiger. It's freaking interesting. You got some media kits here. I like that. Teenage Ninja Turtles and Metal Gear. Two classics coming out right close to each other. Both franchises still good to this day. And comic books, you get the comic book covers of all the different comic book series that came out. I would have liked to at least give one issue. You can go through it, and you get stills of the animated show. They just do random ones just to give you an idea of what it's like. You have the capabilities on here. Play the pilot on here. Put one of the episodes. Play it. That would be cool. And of course you have the other shows, which I'm not familiar with. The current one. This is the stuff I like when you're on the Konami, the Castlevania collection and the Contra collection. They do a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and I really like seeing that. This is cool. Concept document, mapping it out. Of course, the game was made in Japan, so we're not going to get any English here, and I don't translate too well. But this is pretty cool. Wonder if they have. Oh, okay. They don't have it for the arcade games, but they have it for the console games, so that's pretty cool. Music. All right. I like the fact I have cassettes. I miss cassettes. I really do. I really do miss cassettes.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
See, that is the actual theme from the song, from the show. So that's pretty cool. Now, I wanna ask a question for anybody who's watching now. The couple of people who are watching this live and will watch this when this comes up as a streamer, afterwards. For the original Nintendo game, I want you to listen to the title screen here and ask me, and just tell me if this is not Stone Cold Crazy by Queen. You hearing it? I mean, they added a couple of things, but this is Stone Cold Crazy by Queen. If I was Brian May or Roger Taylor, I'd have a talk with Konami. Or maybe, I don't know. But this sounds to me like Stone Cold Crazy from Queen. But I like the fact that all the music is in here. I think if you like a lot of the music, and I think that's pretty damn cool. And you get strategy guides for each game. That they help with it, and to help you, look, you even got a search function. 3,741 items to check through. I think that's pretty damn impressive. But we're here for games, so I played the arcade game. We looked at let's take a look at Hyperstone Heist. I have not played this one, so I don't exactly know. Let's see, the controls. Attack is triangle, is square, jump is X, and dash is triangle. Okay, alright, I'm good, so let's play this. They were definitely competing with Turtles in Time here. That's a cool intro screen. That's kind of cool. Alright, so we did Michelangelo and Leonardo, and we showed Leonardo. Let's do Donatello here. This looks familiar. Ah, okay. This is interesting. I don't know much about this game, but it looks like the treasure pile. Oh, okay. You nasty, nasty man, Shredder. I still find it funny. Anybody remembers the old movies? The original, I think, trilogy of movies that came out, was it 1990, 91, 93, something like that. I know the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 movie, when Shredder became like Super Shredder, he was played by Kevin Nash, which was right before he became Diesel, which, for the wrestling fan within me, I think that's kind of cool. Alright, so this is basically a different... Hyperstone Heist looks like a different version of Turtles in Time, in a way. A very similar look. Yeah, I kind of wish I gave this a shot back in the day. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, it's different gameplay because of the very different gameplay because of the Genesis controls, and I like that they kind of kept with it. But this is pretty cool. Like I said, Donatello is usually... I remember in the arcades, everybody wanted to play Donatello because of his weapon, because he had the best range. And poor Raphael, and it's funny because Raphael, I think character-wise, is one of the better ones. But because he had a sai, and it was so, there was basically no range to it at all, he was always the last one picked. And I remember so many kids being so upset that they had Raphael, and I'm just like, dude, you're playing, be happy, I'll admit I was picked as Raphael a few times as a child. As a poor child. And I hate these Friggin' robot things. There you go. You're dead. Bye. Alright, so this is, so that's Hyperstone Heist. Let's get right to... I do want to play this, but... Nah. You know what? Let's do Fall of a Clan. And we're going to give Raphael some love. Okay. No Star Stage 1. Alright. Alright, so this one, how the controls on the arcade was triangle to hit. It was triangle to jump and X to hit or something. Actually, yeah. The other one was square to hit and X to jump. This one, the controls are reversed. But I believe you can change it if you want. See, the Game Boy version, I had this. I was lucky enough to get a Game Boy in 1990, and I had 3 games. I actually had 4 games because the game that was included was Tetris. But the 4 games on the Game Boy I played the most were this, Super Mario Land, Tetris, and WWF Superstars. So those were like the 4 games I had the most with it. And if I ever did a play favorites on Game Boy, it would probably just be those 4 games because that was really the most I played. But I mean, the Game Boy, I like playing the Game Boy games on televisions and everything like that because you really, first off, you can see it better, but when you play them on like a small screen, I mean, they were meant for that, and it's kind of cool, but it kind of makes playing these games a little bit easier that you can see the screen more because, you know, because they had to fit a lot on a small screen. When they blow it up, it looks a lot better. This is pretty damn cool. If I remember correctly, yeah. I remember those, they kind of give you a warning with it, too. Haha, you missed me. Yeah, this game's coming back to me. This one's coming back to me. This was the only one out of all the Turtle games back in the day I beat on my own without any help with an emulator or anything like that. So, but this is pretty damn cool. All right, we'll do one more. I'll do the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the Stone Cold Crazy theme again. I'm telling you, it's the Stone Cold Crazy by Queen. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles first video game, it's kind of like Mario Brothers the movie. It just seems to be set in its own friggin' universe with all these weird characters and creatures that we don't know what the frig it is, but for some reason it does work in this game. I don't know why, but it does. It makes it a little bit more unique in that regard. You know, because it's like, alright, well, you got some of the particulars there, just why they pick some of these enemies were weird. See, in this one, and right off the bat I get hurt, and you know, battling giant ants and flies. See, the flies I understand because of, what is it, Baxter Stockman? became like the human fly. Yeah, you know, that's something you might want to do is like when you show like a kid the fly and everything like that, tell them that there's a movie version, that they did a movie version of the character starring Jeff Goldblum. That will get over. You know, show it to like a kid, show it to like a 5-year-old, they'll understand. And before anybody complains, I saw Creep Show when I was 5. So, for all you people like, oh, you shouldn't do that to your kid. You know, kids need to learn at an early age. I say that having no kids. So, this brings back a lot of memories. Alright, so... Oh yeah, even with a lot of the enemies on there, there is a flicker. See, Donatello was good for yeah, Donatello was pretty much good for the like for the boss fights. Yeah, Michelangelo got his ass kicked there. So, yeah, I still suck at this game. 30 years later, not much has changed. But I will definitely get better. So, alright. That is pretty much this in a nutshell. I have to say, this is a fantastic collection. I'm really glad I got it. Like I said, is a $40 price tag worth it? I think so. I think so. I think they offer a lot with it. The fact that you get 13 games with it, all classics. They're all, you know, the original games. You get, for most of them, you get both the English and Japanese versions if you want something a little bit different. The vault that they have in the Turtle Slayer, they got a lot of things to look at, a lot of nostalgia items. You know, I definitely would recommend this. This is something I will definitely play on. Hello, Galactic Wrestling Federation. You can hear me now. I thought you could hear me the first time I tried this. My mic wasn't on, so you know, no, $40 is not a bad price for this. They offer a lot. I would have liked to have seen. I mean, when you look in the vault, you see like they have stills of the TV series, and with the file size of the game, I think it's 12 gigs for everything. They could have upped this to 20 and put the pilot on, you know, to watch it. If you're able to watch a playthrough of the game, it would be good to have like just a watch of maybe the pilot episode, or make like a couple of the first editions of the comic accessible to read instead of just the covers. I would have liked to have seen that. But overall, the gameplay looks good. I like the options with it. I might do a few playthroughs of this, a couple of live playthroughs where you don't have to hear my annoying voice throughout, but I would give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. So definitely would recommend this. If you are a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, and if you're a fan of the old Konami games, I would definitely recommend this. And also, it's good if you do have some of those games and you still play them. You know, you don't have to do as much wear and tear, and it would be good to come back to this and to go through it. All right, but that is this in a nutshell. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection. I cannot recommend it strongly enough. Definite get. Check it out for any system if you want. It's available for. This is the PS5 version, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Steam Deck. I would definitely recommend getting it, and for sure. But for now, this is Slick the Gamer, Scott W. Perry. Thank you for everybody for checking out the channel. I really appreciate you taking the time to check this video out and everything else, and I'm definitely going to do a few more live playthroughs of some of the other stuff that I've done. So enjoy, and take care. Have a great one, guys.